What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I'm gonna bring y'all a one-play mini scheme from the gun spread formation. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn post notifications on. Now I do ask, if you find any value whatsoever throughout the video, if you could do me a favor and watch at least 30 seconds of any ad that you may see throughout the video, it will help my channel out tremendously. Because if you didn't know, when you hit a skip ad, I actually do not get paid for that, and I plan on becoming a full-time YouTuber, so I would greatly appreciate that. So before I dive into this formation and all the play that we're going over, I do want to shout out, I don't remember who the sub is. I didn't actually get a chance to look before I started recording, but shout out to you, because he told me to kind of do the Bucs spread, and so I took a look at it and I really like it. So that's why I say, you know what, I'm gonna bring out a play out of this that you can actually use one play to literally dominate your opponent. Like, I'm not exaggerating. That's not a clickbait term or something. Like, you can literally dominate with just once with these couple setups that I'm going to give you. So let's go and talk about these setups, but first let's talk about personnel. So the thing I like about this gun spread is that it already comes in 4 receivers, so you don't have to go to a package and figure out which package it is and have to move some guys around to get 4 receivers. No, you don't have to do any of that. So you already have 4 receivers in there. Now, where do I like to put my 4 receivers? So for me, I like putting my best 2 receivers on this side. Now, whichever one you want in the spot is completely up to you. You'll see what I mean once we get along through the video, because sometimes we're going to be utilizing this route that this receiver runs, and sometimes we're going to be utilizing this route that this receiver runs. And also, I like having my 3rd best receiver right here. I don't like them on the outside. I like them right here. So what I would do personally, I'll have best receiver, 2nd best receiver, 3rd best. Or you can have 2nd best, 1st best, 3rd. So whichever one you want. Now, what play are we talking about, real? So what we're talking about right here is the Bucs post trail. Now, I really love this play. So what I'm going to show you this against is, I'm gonna show you against man, all the variations of man. I'm gonna show you some match coverage. So I got cover 6 and cover 4 quarters, which those are the match covers that I personally go against a lot. Especially when I was labbing up this offense and hopping the gameplay with it. And also cover 2 we're gonna go over, and of course cover 3. So let's come out in cover 3 just as a base. Now let's look at the play. So for a base setup, I like to take triangle, put him on a hitch, take X, put him on a hitch as well. So right here, we're gonna snap the ball. What you're gonna notice is we're gonna have circle just literally screaming wide open. It doesn't matter if they press, doesn't matter if they try to bring their safety down, just because of how Madden 21 is. So I'll show you that real quick, what happens if they try to press and bring their safeties down. Now keep in mind, this is practice mode, and for some reason in practice mode, if you have zone drop off and you're on all Madden and you press, they just literally bully the receiver. So hopefully I don't get like a bad animation. Okay, they actually didn't. This play cool. So what you're gonna notice, like I said, it's gonna be wide open. It's just because of how Madden 21 is programmed. And I'm hopping to replay and just kind of show you exactly why that gets open like that. And then we'll go ahead and move on to some other coverages. So, and also I do have gameplay as well. Don't forget that I do have gameplay. Now, what you can notice right here. So this hitch is gonna pull down this hook curl. This hitch right here is going to pull down this hook curl. So what you can tell in cover 3, if they press, we can actually have this hook hitch right here wide open. So normally you're going to have 1 or 2. So if this is your user right here, he either has to A, cover this hitch himself, or B, he's going to have to run and guard this. So if he runs and guards that, then what? We'll just throw a hitch right here. So vice versa. So if this is your user, if he's right here, he has to decide, okay, do I want to go play that post, or do I want to cover this hitch? So that's the kind of situation we'll put him in. Now, I'll get into real quick if they try to use it to safety, what I like to do. I'll probably talk about that when I go to man coverage. But actually, if I forget, let's talk about it right now if I forget. So the second setup I like, this is mainly a man coverage, but if they happen to play cover 3, I actually like doing this when they try to play cover 3 and use it as safety, and you'll see exactly why. So let's say, so the way we'll have this set up is they're going to have to use their X. So I'm actually going to man that up. Hopefully I get enough time to be able to show you this. So let's say they try to use their safety, right? So we're actually sending X deep. So what's going to happen is you can actually have circle right there in that little gap, and they don't have no choice but to give that up. And if they try to lurk down low, so let's just pretend like they try to lurk down low. So let's say we take circle, right? So I got it like this. So what you're gonna do, of course, which I mean you can already picture what's gonna happen, is that we'll just throw X just for pass leader straight up like that and 1 play touchdown. Now swerved out the way just so I don't have to so I can speed up the video. But essentially that's how I like to kind of pick on people in cover 3. So if they use the hook curls, we'll run this setup right here. Now if they try to use their safety, then we'll just run this setup. So that's how I like to do it. So let's go ahead and move on though. And also, like I said, I do have gameplay for you guys as well. So let's talk about cover 2, right? So let's go and press. Most people will press in their cover 2. Now I'm not gonna spot. Hopefully I have enough time. Now what I will do, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the middle third. So if they're leaving him in the mid read, there's actually a play. I may go over in a part 2 if I decide to do a part 2. But there's actually a nice post route out of here that if they do not put a middle third, you can actually split the safeties and throw it. So if you throw that one time, then they'll just most likely leave him just like this. Now, if they don't, then you can just abuse that one play, which I said I'm not sure. I may put a part 2. Haven't decided yet. Depends on, you know, how good this video does. But let's go ahead and move on. So right here, this is the setup we're talking about. And now what you're going to notice is that we're going to have the hitch we can have open, or of course you can see we'll have circle just screaming right there. So if they don't have a mid read, that's going to make it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Now what you're going to notice is that we're going to have the same concept as cover 3. So if they user this vertical hook, right, so they're going to have to play this hitch route, right? So if they don't play this hitch, they have nobody to play that. And if they're putting him in the middle third, this post route is going to get open right here. Now this vertical hook is going to play the same way as the hook curl did. So what he's going to do is he's going to sink on that hitch, and that's going to leave this wide open. Now I'll show you one time what happens if they don't put a middle read, just so you won't be like, well, real, what if they don't put one? Or what if they don't put a middle third? So let me just go ahead and show you that. And it all depends on where they're using that. So that's just what you need to pay attention to. And sometimes you can still have circle. You could actually throw it right under him, which I know it seems crazy, but that's why I said it just all depends on who exactly they're using. So I'm not going to go into replay. I'm pretty sure you just seen that. So if they happen to, you just have to look and see where they're using that. If they're using on one side, throw the other one. That's just how you're going to have to read that. Now, let's talk about, we'll talk about man coverage, and I'll show you gameplay. Although this is not a man coverage setup, but I did have somebody run this in my gameplay, and what he did was he tried to use her. So you're gonna understand we're gonna have like slants in our next concept. So he tried to actually, you know, come in the middle like a slant was coming, and he actually gave up this X route for a one play touchdown basically. So I'll try to simulate that here. I actually put myself in the spy, and I'll leave him in the deep path on that side. I'm actually gonna spy them just so I can have enough time. Now I do like this setup right here versus man coverage. Well, not like it. I already told you why. But what I like is that you can have circle, and you can literally have circle for a potential one play touchdown. Now let's talk about the second setup. So for the second setup, this was more of a match coverage beater. So yeah, I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna do a match coverage beater, and then I'm gonna show you my man coverage. So strictly man coverage. So let's talk about my match coverage beater. So for that one, you just want to take triangle, put them on a slant. You want to take square, put them on a zig route just like this. And now from here, you want to take X and put them on a hitch route. Now this concept will literally destroy match coverage. Now it also can destroy regular coverage, so I guess I'll show you against cover 3 since it's right here, but you can run this against cover 3, cover 2. It works really great against man coverage as well, but I love it for match coverage. So what you can tell is we can have circle right there. All you need to do is possession, catch that, or you can have your slant real early. So I'll show you real quick that you can have your slant again, and then we'll get into the match coverage. So right here, this is what the setup looks like. So like I said, you can have the slant, you can even low ball if you want. You're just going to throw it right when they split those linebackers. And if the user's right there, normally they're not going to want to guard a quick slant, so that's what makes this play even more deadly. But the bread and butter is versus match coverage. So let's look at cover 6 first. Let's go and press. Hopefully I have enough time. I'm at the spot somebody, because what we're going to do, we're going to look for this backside slant. So right here, triangle on a slant, square on a zig route, and then take X, put them on a hitch. So you're either going to have a slant or you're going to have a circle route, which is that post. So all you just need to do is make a read. So let's say the user follows triangle, right? What you're going to be able to do, of course, as you see, we'll be able to pass lead that up and just potentially have a one play touchdown. Now I'm going to show you the same read, throwing circle, and that's just going to simulate, you know, which one does the user choose, because the user's going to have to choose either one. So right here I'm going to spy these two. So let's say we ran the same setup again, right? So let's say they was ignorant, you know. Most people are online. Let's say they're ignorant and they just want to actually use their slant again. So what we're going to do is look at circle. So we'll be able to throw that right there in that little nice gap. Maybe we can make somebody miss, and that's about 30 yards right there. So like I said, they have to choose either one. So if they playing, let's say they play match, let's actually talk about cover 4 quarters now. And then let's say they even user a safety. So user and safety is not going to work. simply because of the concept that we have out on the field. So I'm gonna show you again that this backside slant will get open, and then I'm gonna show you that circle route actually does get open too. Well, actually I'm not gonna show you, just watch triangle, and then I'm gonna throw circle late. As you can tell, he'll stop and you can still throw that to the sideline. So the reason I told you that, because I didn't want to run it twice, just so you can understand. So for those that might not have been following, let's go into replay really fast. And then, like I said, I do have gameplay and all that coming up. So, like I said, what's going to happen is he's going to match this post route because of how deep it's ran. And he's going to completely leave that. And he doesn't match him. So, that's why this gap's right here. So, then what? We can just leave that ball up in here. And then maybe put a move on him or whatnot. And then right here, if you throw this ball right about here, before he does his break, they'll actually throw the ball right up in here. And I'll show you that really fast. And then we'll go ahead and move on. I just wanted to make sure I did for sure show you that. So, let's go back to cover 4 quarters. So go ahead and press. I'm gonna spy these two just so I have a little time. Take triangle, put them on a slant. Take square, put them on a zig route. Take X, put them on a hitch just like this. Now let's go and snap the ball. So let me explain to you what I was talking about. So we can actually throw this ball right up in there. Ooh, I threw that too early. My bad. Let's run that one more time. Let's run that again, and then after that we'll go ahead and move on. So I threw that a little too early. I tried to anticipate it. But in the game, it's gonna be clear as day wide open, as you're gonna see in the gameplay here in a little bit. So let's take triangle, put them on a slant. Just like this, boom. So like I said, you don't want to rush it. I mean, you'll see it get wide open. All you need to do is just wait, and then you'll be able to hit that gap right there. Like I said, I just threw it too early, which was completely my fault. Now for the last setup, let's talk about strictly man coverage. So let's go to man coverage right here. So let's go and press 2. So if they're playing just a stock man just like this, which a lot of people will, they'll probably take this guy and using him just like this. They'll use it a running back. Now if they're doing this kind of setup, you're gonna feast, honestly. So all you need to do, you just need to take triangle, put them on a slant, take square, put them on a whip route, just like we did last time, but you're going to leave it just like this. So the reason this is good is because this X route does a nice job at getting separation at man coverage. This route does a nice job of getting separation at man. We already know flat routes can get separation from man, and we also have this slant route. So we just have a lot of things that's going to attack man coverage. So as you can tell, circle's going to get open. Of course, I got hollered at. That's why I normally spy, just because it's so hard to get time in Madden. So let me go ahead and show you that one more time here why I like it, and then I'll hop into replay. Now let's actually shade up, just so I can show you what that looks like, and then we'll actually get into like purples and all that, and why I like this versus purples and stuff. So anyways, what you can see this slant can get open, and we also can have circle right there, which you know that route will torch man cover. So what your opponent is going to have to do is simple. They're going to have to say, hey, well, if they're going to keep throwing that, I'm going to put him in a purple so we can play that, and I'm going to put him in a purple. So if they're doing that, think about this. They have to guard the running back, right? They literally have to guard that. So what's going to happen is we'll be able to have X over the top for pretty much a one-play touchdown. Now, I want you to see who's on him. So let's go over. So this is actually Redmond, which is actually a really fast safety at linebacker. So you know what? Let's make it even more realistic. So I know some of y'all are probably saying like, "Real, what if they have somebody, what they're in like a dime set playing man?" So let's just go to a dime set just in man coverage. Now let's go to spread, and let's go to Bucs post. So let's talk about it now. So let's go and say they press, right? Let's say they put a hard flat out there, right, for the running back. So now let's say they're going to spy their user to try to take away the post, and then let's say, I don't know, let's say they put a purple over here to take away the slant, and then now let's say they put a purple over here. Now this is going to simulate the user. So what the user is going to do is just guard the middle, because as you know, there's going to be a weak area in the middle. So that's what the user is going to simulate. So let's just say they're doing a cover style like that, right? So okay, how will we attack that, bro? So how would this play attack that, I should say? So what you're going to notice is that we can actually potentially have X for a one-play touchdown. So watch how he runs this route, and then you'll be able to throw that just like that, and then you'll get a nice little you'll normally get a nice little rack animation. Now you kind of want to loft the pass. You don't want to bullet it like I just did. So let's see if we can show that one more time. Now I'm not going to set up all that again. I just wanted to do a scenario base, so we'll just do it like this for now, just so you can understand. Now I did shade up. Make sure I did shade up, because anytime people play all out man, they'll shade up just so they don't get burnt off press. So this is what we're looking like. Now, what I was trying to explain to you is that you want to float this ball. Now, that is Nickerson on him, so I don't think he'll be able to outrun him. Yeah, so he that's a good matchup for sure. So if they have somebody like Nickerson on him, it's not going to be as effective. Now, let's see if we can flip So now also don't forget you can flip the play. So now if you have a bad matchup, all you need to do is flip the play. So now we have what, Sullivan, which is like 87 speed on Randall Cobb. Jesus, I couldn't think of dude's name. So let's go and spy. And now after this play, I will show you gameplay. I just wanted to show you that don't be scared to flip the play. You know, that's what makes this offense really deadly, because it's not a huge giveaway when you're flipping a play. And now let's say, hopefully I get enough time. Just check out this gameplay, because I'm just getting straight out of that. Check out this gameplay though. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Do let me know if you like the smaller one-play mini scheme. I actually really enjoyed it, especially in the game. I actually got matched up against, I think it was ranked 119. The dude Dub, I believe his name was. That's actually where I was right. I actually only ran that one play, and actually only lost to about a field goal. It was actually a game-winning field goal. He kicked it from, I believe, the 48, maybe it might have been. But it was a deep field goal. I think the score was like 31-28, and I literally only ran these setups that I just showed you. The setups that I just showed you, I ran that for the whole entire game against somebody ranked 119. I believe he was ranked at the time I played him, and he won 38-21. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.